So if heroes don't heal in television stories, then why do we want to watch them? Because remember, in university story, in my lectures, I'm always talking in movies about how heroes are healing, and that change is what's compelling about them. Well, in television, if the heroes don't heal, then why do we want to watch them? Because they're going to surprise us with new character revelations. Anybody remember that great moment in The Sopranos when Janice and Richie, who are about to get married, are having a quiet evening at home when she's cooking him dinner and they're both irritated, but it's just another night. Suddenly, Janice starts irritating Richie. Suddenly, Richie starts irritating Janice. And suddenly, Richie hits her. He backhands her. He's never done that before. Now they're about to get married. That's a big surprise. We've never seen Richie do that before. It's not a change in his character. It's a revelation because we have a new conflict. She's irritated him. And we also can see that this is going to be the way it's going to be for the rest of their marriage. He's setting her up to get hit every night, and then he sits down to have his dinner and he says, "What are you going to do, cry now?" And he starts eating. Now, Janice is about to surprise us a lot because Janice walks out of frame. When she comes back, she's got a gun. He looks at her and he sneers. "Janice, I've got no time for this." Boom! And she kills him right there. Now that's not Janice healing, for God's sakes, or really even changing. She's just showing us a new facet of Janice as a badass. That is the critical way television heroes give us excitement. And it's why we want to watch television, not to see them heal or even get worse. Grey in Grey's Anatomy wanted to get married, I think, in year 1. When did she get married? I think year 9, and now she's divorced again. It isn't about her healing as a character, it's about her surprising us. And in fact, television is kind of more like life than movies in this way, and it's part of why TV is so cool. Television shows us surprise. Have you ever known somebody for 15 years? Don't they just get weirder and weirder the better you know them? Finally, they're so weird you can barely take it. Well, you're just learning who they are. You're weird too, by the way, and you don't reveal it to someone at the beginning. It's a process. That's why television story works so well, and why in a lot of ways it's a more sophisticated form than movies. So the surprise is what we're going to see in Mr. Robot as well. In Game of Thrones, surprise reveals character. Remember when the Lannisters, the brother and sister, are having sex at the end of that pilot episode, and suddenly the little Stark boy climbs up the tower and he sees them. Now, we didn't know Jaime Lannister was bad until this moment, but Jaime Lannister goes to the window, takes the Stark boy by the chest, says, "The things I do for love," and shoves him out the window. Surprise! Jaime Lannister is super evil, and he's also banging his sister. These are the surprises that make us love television because they reveal character in such a strong way. So, how is this going to work in a movie, in a television show like Mr. Robot? Well, it's going to work in a similar way. These conflicts are going to be what we see Elliot, our hero in Mr. Robot, go through. Now, Sam Esmail, and by the way, Gingy Cohan is the fantastic showrunner of Orange is the New Black. Gingy is one of the most talented television writers ever. She can handle 10 or 11 or 12 storylines in a single episode, and we're going to talk about what storylines are, because Mr. Robot has 4. To handle 12 storylines in a single episode is a sign of a master. She can do it. Very few showrunners can handle that many storylines. I really love her talent for being able to do this. Now, let's take a look, though, tonight at Mr. Robot. Now, what does Mr. Robot, let's just logline Mr. Robot. Does everybody know what a logline is? Because a logline in television and a logline in movies is very different. In a movie logline, you're telling the story of how someone changes, the hero. In television, you're simply showing the hero's goals and his obstacles in the way. It's a very different logline. I urge you, if you're writing television, to do what we call breaking the A-story logline over and over again, because it's literally creating your story by asking yourself, what is my story, and putting it in a frame. Now, here's Mr. Robot's logline. When a lonely, reclusive cybersecurity engineer by day and a vigilante hacker by night is offered a chance by a mysterious anarchist named Mr. Robot to throw a wrench into the hugely powerful financial international corporation that runs our world, the engineer struggles with his temptation to overthrow a system he sees as deeply unfair, one that the elite use to control 99% of humanity. Now, if this were a movie, he would heal this wound, he would overthrow the corporation, or they would smash him. In mystery thrillers, which this is, you can see the villain often wins. But this is television. It is the struggle that's going to go on for 120 episodes, and it will make it, because this is a great hit show, that makes us want to watch Mr. Robot. His wound, which we're going to see, will bleed in every episode. It will look like it might get better, but it doesn't. Now, this show is created by Sam Esmail, and he is the creator, and one of my former students, Cor Adana, has been instrumental in creating this show from the beginning. I'm really proud of Cor. And this show is marvelous. So let's take a look at how it actually works. We're going to break down this story entirely so you can understand how you can write an hour-long drama that's like this. Now, this is a serial, multi-story structure. That simply means that you have both an overarching goal for the season, but you also have stories that get resolved inside the episode. This is the most popular form of television. Why does structure matter so much in television? It matters because people in television have a short attention span, and you need to give them many different story plots because they're also arguing with their girlfriend, they're also looking at their cell phone, their dog wants to get out, and they're also in a bed that they're uncomfortable in. And they're probably emailing somebody, right? All of that's happening when you watch television. It's not true in a movie theater.